Map number 1 begins, and one of these teams will write the championship story starting now. M80 up a map already, courtesy of the upper bracket run. And it looks like we're getting an engagement here in mid. Dualies a galore, and Cryptic, he finds 2. Wolfie, not the same success though, so an even exchange to this point, and M80 now looking to reset after that initial bloodbath. Oh, this is interesting.
Yep.
The flank push from Freshie. They're kind of flanking on the flank. The shadow spotted perhaps, but Slacks doesn't realize it in time. This is a chaotic pistol here, John.
Yeah, Cryptic winning the IGL versus IGL duel in that first round. Rek and Swisher, last 2 standing. They're trying to get onto this B site, which they have. I mean, Darty's coming around the corner, so they'll probably have a shot here, but no, Swisher deletes him. 2v2. Brett, he's a little exposed. He knows the flank is coming in, but they're charging forward. This is a really good move from M80 to isolate that one player, and they're going to charge down. They got him. Freshie's the last one. They probably hear him coming in on the flank. M80. Oh, something here, and yeah, no. Freshie gets 1, and Rek immediately gets the trade. 1-0 for M80. What a recovery.
Wow. Wow. I mean, the balls in that last moment to say, all right, we're not just going to sprint away and get the bomb plant. We're actually going to bait with one player jumping around into elevator to set up the player in the corner with the dualies who had the bomb. That's the bold part. The guy in the corner had the bomb. It's not like he was stalling so his teammate could plant. They were fully committed into that fight.
Yeah, no, it was a really good play by M80, honestly, charging forward. I liked it a lot, so good on them. We're able to ensure that they all both got the there as opposed to waiting for that flank to materialize, which could have caused them problems. Boss going to go for the full-on eco here. Kind of a shame for them because they had the advantage at one point in that round, but M80 just outplayed them. 5-7 for Cryptic, the only thing purchased into this round. Manx looking for some tasty eco frags. Wade, ooh, Wolfie's in trouble. That Molotov's going to push him off boost as well. And Manx, he's got that mid control.
Really deep space on B, but ultimately, as they clear out mid, they can contend with a pistol fight down by the B steps. There's not a lot you can do with it. Manx is hunting, clearing out probably is a good idea, but there's got to be some sort of presence here, and indeed, now it's all clear. Bomb will go down without issue. Questions, can you find any damage on just these unarmored pistols? The answer is no, you cannot. Clean round for M80.
And Manx gets 3 frags, which means $1,800 added to his bank account. He can upgrade now if he wants to, but he absolutely won't. Why would he? Keep the Mac 10. Hope that it can deliver some more frags. The bonus round starts, but I mean, it's hard to call it a bonus round with 3 Galils and an AK on through here for M80. Boss with the A1Ss across the board. They can't afford the AWP just yet. This is going to be an interesting round. They will show us what's to come, let's say. If Boss can challenge, good for them. Oh no, Freshie's really exposed here. There's a gap in the top left of that smoke. He got tagged down to 23 HP. Probably needs to retreat, but he wants to hold the angle for now. Molotov comes in. That'll force the issue. No! He continues to hang out here, Mike. I'm surprised.
Ambitious, committed. The old Henny spot. There, it's hard to slip away. That's a nice little tosser of a nade. Rek not loving that game of catch. But a minute on the clock, and we haven't actually had too many engagements to show for it. They're trusting Freshie's control of ramp a lot. Look at how many players have floated off to try and take this middle fight. Oh, this is going to be spicy. There's 3 players here for either side. Rek deleted on the first. Here's the trade, though, and it's good. How much do the CTs want to commit to this? If they lose Wolfie, Rek is in a, or Freshie rather, is in a world of trouble if they read it right, but they're going to back off. Swisher's been chilling here. It seems like they're going to group, and that would mean that Boss has the correct lead, at least for the moment. As I say that, though, Wolfie backing off. 30 seconds. Here comes the play. As soon as this Molotov fades, they are in. And here we go. Cryptic gonna get the first, not able to trade it, still a player at quad. No molly for it. The quad, he's got one and a second as well. And the time on the clock, that might just be over. Darty runs out of bullets, but Slacks, he's got no chance. There's not enough time. There's not enough opportunity. Boss on the board.
Yeah, that back pillar or quad position, as you call it, Mike, is very, very strong on the CT side. You must clear with utility or ensure that no one is there as you're moving up. Cryptic getting one helps, but I mean, they got their backs turned on this position. You absolutely can't assume that it's clear. So, Boss going to pick up their first. That is a very good sign. 2 AKs make that 3, and 2 Galils coming through for M80. It was a bonus round, quote-unquote, for M80 in that previous one. Swisher already coming through into the smoke, and he tries to spam upwards. Doesn't connect with anything, but made enough noise to keep Darty unnoticed. Freshy. Again, very aggressive and cautious on the trap. I think they're going to go for this aggressive positioning pretty much every single round. Manx gets the opener. That is around the danger panel through the smoke. Headshot onto Brett, and now a flashbang tossed afterwards. It's still tough for Darty. Now he's anchoring down this B site by himself.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing the 2-on-2 most rounds. But what this does is you got so much time for M80 and it manipulates the defense. You can see the shift up. They need to take space somewhere else. Boss are doing a good thing by being proactive here, taking this mid control, giving themselves something to operate off of. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be a B play. That tick on the molly's huge.
That's not... Was that a CT molly?
Yeah, it was. Over from mid. Over from mid. That's a really smart Molotov. It gives them some time, and it gives confirmation. But they're thinking it's just a lurk. Because there was no response to it, they're thinking it's just a lurk, and now Boss make a misread. The bodies are out. The space is going to be taken. Wolfie's trying to get real bold with it. He pays the penalty. A trade there, but Darty now locked out of the site. The bomb coming down. They got to do something bold if they're going to get back into this, and Darty knows it. Oh! How? What? Didn't spot the player, still at the lineup. Bomb plant denied, 20 seconds. It's chaos on the server. It's pandemonium, and Darty is just surfing the waves of it. How has he stayed alive this long?
Still going. 37 HP. Darty comes around and Freshie closes it out. Wow, what a hold from Boss. Honestly thought that M80 had them on the ropes, but Darty and Freshie clutch it out. Wow. I mean, look, what I was going to say was, the reason I asked about CT Molly, which obviously it was, is because Darty got tagged down to 80 HP from the Molotov. I don't know if it was a miscomm or they didn't know he was there. Obviously, the Molly was intentionally thrown in that direction, but then Darty backs off as a result because the audio cue was given away towards M80. But it works out anyway, even with the site completely cleared out. M80 just cannot get that bomb planted, and we can't forget Darty's lineup through the smoke. I mean, you don't even have any reference points. That's just muscle memory somehow coming through for Darty and giving him the frag that prevented the bomb from going down.
Massive play. Massive play. Absolutely a situation where they should have been dead to rights. Right? M80 have the positioning, M80 have taken out the anchor, M80 have manipulated the rotates, locked them out of sight, taken the space, but Darty just finds the path. That first frag may be a little bit of fortune in his favor, but at the end of the day, it's about the curtain here. And John, you're going to have to pick this one up real quick.
All right, let's go. Freshie, flashbang thrown. Going to get a Molotov down at the bottom of ramp as well. M80 just wanted to go out fast here and just having to eat a bunch of util before charging up ramp. They haven't changed their mind. Fred's waiting here. Again, they press the posturing. It's working out quite well. Wolfie helps out with another. And look at the health for Swisher, Malbs, and Manx all hovering around HP. Wolfie swinging around, wants to get on the action. He will find himself toppling. Cryptic wraps it up with a pretty bow. 3-2 in favor of Boss. We move on to round number 6. M80, of course, that was just a pistol round. Now they're going to get the AKs up and running.
Be back in.
All right.
Hopefully the issue is resolved. We'll find out. The computer's just not having a great time right now. For one reason or another.
He's going to get tossed. A lot of damage done against M80. And another one! Wolfie connects with the frag. Manx tries to sneak out, and he actually successfully here. And yep, he will spray him down with the AK, evening out the numbers. Cryptic does not realize someone slipped past him, meaning Freshie is just left by his lonesome. Cryptic waits in his smoke, gets one, he'll probably be traded, and he is. 3v2 advantage in favor of M80, who are trying to get themselves back on the board after a 3-round run for Boss. Well, Slack's going to trade that out. Wolfie, Darty, last one standing in a 2v1. 1 minute on the clock, plenty of time for M80, but I mean, they have the site. Big advantage for them. They're just going to plant it right in front of Darty's nose. Darty peering around, waiting for the push. It's not going to happen. M80 are way too disciplined in these moments to give any free frags. Darty comes through, though, and Mank's not expecting the peek at that moment. 1v1. I think he suspects that someone's over at Sandbags, but he's not 100% sure. Throws the smoke, and he had the lineup, but Slacks gets the headshot. Nicely done for M80, who do close it out, despite a great effort at the recovery for Boss.
Apologies, I'm a little distant here. Troubleshooting an issue,
no
but
worries.
I think we're all right, John. You've done a good job of stewarding it all through. And look, we're all tied up. We're knotted up here, but there's money on both sides, which means this is our favorite of things. It's a swing round. Early in this matchup as well. E-control being expressed. That was bold from Darty. He's lost. His gun is dropped, and since he's been the hero of some of these rounds as well, added pressure on.
I mean, Cryptic talked about it, though, on the CT side. He likes that Darty goes for these fights, and he knows he's going to go for those fights, so he's usually trying to wait around the corner to get the trade. That time it wasn't there, though. Oh, and Freshie gets deleted by Mobs, 5v3. Oh, no! The nade! A bit of a bad timing there. Mobs eats his own nade.
I'm gonna chalk that up to miscomms, maybe, you know, just a little awkward chemistry. They kill Wolfie, it's all good. You can throw every nade you want. You'll have the site, you'll have the round. This shot, so important, and there it is. That should be it. This should be a save for Boss. Cryptic's approaching, but I don't really think he can risk this. The money is too fragile.
They can't. They have to fall back. There's no reason to challenge here. 2v5, hit on Cryptic, but only a smoke in terms of util. No, the guns are way too valuable. $50 for Brett, $150 for Cryptic, and everyone else on 0, nada. M80, putting together another couple of rounds here. That's just a really good take of the A side. I mean, Freshie has been playing aggressively this entire time at the top of ramp. This time, M80 are 100% ready for it. I mean, Freshie barely even had a chance to fire a bullet. And Darty, well, he aggressively jumped down very ambitiously towards that B stair position and got taken down immediately. I think those are the two crucial frags. Of course, Wolfie at the end of it, but it was a 5v3 at that point.
Yeah, that one takes it from being, this is a great situation to this is done. You can't do anything about it. And we said that was a swing round. Here's the knock-on effect. Very limited in this, just to save guns. Realistically, not going to be able to invest anything around this if they want to keep their money growing over on the Boss side. So now for M80, a chance to jump out back into that early lead. The reminder, I mean, since this is their map pick, this is not their choice of side. Good early. Brett wants to get aggressive, try and maximize that one rifle, and he's going to take it down the ladder. Having seen the flashbang, there might be comms here. Are they watching for this? For Brett, it's about leaving just enough time in there that they forget about him. That someone makes the mistake, that someone overlooks it, because right now Manx is eyes on, locked on. Jump spawn on the sandbags. Just missing a player here. Well, Slacks is giving out shots, bullets. He's donating lead, and that's working just fine. It's the pistols lost so far, but Cryptic's committing that rifle. Now Brett's trying to get active on the flank. He's checked, went back up top. Rek was waiting for him this whole time, and this is just clean as can be from M80.
Yeah, Slack's looking good. I mean, that's a hard op shot to hit. Obviously, Brett was showing himself time and time again, and Slack's just waiting. All right, I'm going to get this eventually. And yeah, patience pays off, hits that, then finds the follow-up. Wolfie's the last one here who could still get a frag, potentially on Mobs. The right time, and well, he does, but doesn't do any damage on the shots, and Mobs will clean him up. 5-3 in favor of M80, and those two rifles unable to do any real damage. Now they will have another buy up coming through. No op for Wolfie though, which he hasn't really been able to run that much, if at all. But he still has 6 frags on the board for himself, which is good. A good sign. He does like to play on Vertigo. Slack's just looking a bit sharper though, I have to say. If you compare them 1-to-1.
I mean, that's just been the case, right? I mean, this was an upgrade from M80. That's why they went out and got Slacks. That's why they spent the money getting him out of alternate attacks, getting him into the country. He's delivered. Wolfie, though, this time at least doing damage, but he doesn't realize the mobs is passed. So mobs comes back, waits on the space. Wolfie check this. He does. He knows. He knows, and he's got it. That's a massive play. So Wolfie, maybe hearing his ears burning just a little bit, feeling it. No one we were talking about him says, you know what? I'm the upgrade. I'm that guy. Swisher, though, will take him out of play. The link up from middle. Brett didn't realize the player had gotten past. The timing is brutal. And now Cryptic's fully committed in. Fully committed in. Swisher, if he had the bullets, he does indeed. Has to go to the sidearm for it. But now a 2v1 against an SMG coming all the way from the other side of the dang map.
That is such a good play from Rek, man. Slipping in on the back lines and getting that frag is so big because then Swisher can focus up on the one fight he had left against Cryptic, and he hits the shots, in fact, through the scaffolding. And now Darty, well, he's out of here. No kit, no time. A1S to save. Money's still not that great. Boss haven't really been able to get their economic footing on their CT side, which is a huge problem on any map. So Darty just decides to keep the M4A1S blue phosphor in his hands. M80, though, are going to double up on the scoreline of Boss, 6-3.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, tough spot here for Boss as well. Again, going to be in the doldrums. They've got the one rifle brought through, but at this point, yeah, these limited buys aren't good enough. You need to get everything up. You need to get the op up on Wolfie realistically. Give yourselves a proper chance to mount a defense. And so this one, unless Darty pulls off a huge play, it's not looking good.
Okay. Nice nades from both sides, Mike.
A little bit of an exchange. Brett wanted to threaten the ladder again. Maybe lock up Rek. He's done a decent job of that. But also M80 know they could just wait out this initial salvo utility, and there's probably not much behind it for the CT side.
And they would be correct. Only a flash and a smoke available for Boss. Nade's going to sail in from M80, trying to get this B stairs control, and that Molotov has to land deeper than that. Darty's not going to be troubled by it at all, or unless it was in fact intended for default, which of course is possible. That said, M80 don't even want to commit to the B site. They are cycling back, they're regrouping, and now they will end up going B, it seems. Brett waiting close with the 5-7. We'll see if he can do the damage. And no, Swisher gets that frag, and now they can continue their trek on forward to the bomb site. Or they're going to cycle back to A. I mean, they've got me guessing at this point.
You've moved just far up enough that they figure you have to have committed. I mean, you're already on a limited buy, right? So you can assume that Boss is gambling pretty heavily. Freshie gets himself a gun. All right, hear me out. If they take 2 guns out of this round, this is a success.
The mobs. Oh, okay.
A little far committed, and now it's just Darty. Darty, you gotta save this. No 1v3 smoked off. It's not happening. You don't have a kit. It's not happening, my guy. So he is gonna back away. At least one gun lives. One gun will live through. That means that Darty can be the player to drop the op, can get the economy up better all around. But it does mean 7 rounds are on the board for M80.
That's the biggest problem, honestly. Like, yes, Boss have not been playing a bad map of Counter-Strike. I just think M80 have been better.
Yeah.
They've been making the right decisions, going for the saves at the right moments, not overcommitting themselves to certain fights. But
And you see how much
advantage.
respect they're giving, even to a round where they know it's such a limited buy, right? They're
Yeah.
still doing the poke, the prod, the rotate, the get into position, the take the space. It's keeping Boss guessing constantly, and there's no overconfidence. There's no we can just bully them moments, even against the pistols. They're making sure. This one, they want to lock in as a win. And they know winning on Vertigo here early sets up the path.
Yeah, no question. I mean, getting that 2-0 makes it very difficult for Boss because then they need to win 3 maps in a row. I mean, Spirit did it against VP and Red Boom, but I don't know about Boss.
You don't have a donk here.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say donk is not present here.
You need a donk. That dude's one of a kind, it seems.
Yeah. He's unbelievable, honestly. 16 years old. I can't believe it.
Well, little miss there on the molly. That could be a problem. It hits the smoke, though, so it's all good. Still utility missed, and that means that Brett's going to have a better opportunity here to fight, to contest. Pressure on for Manx. Malbus is actually the one who's lost. So here we go. Boss needing to start the defense off now, and they're doing it just fine. It's the rifles to find it. The off hasn't even shown itself.
What?
Slacks. Trying to make this expensive, but he is traded. But look at the space from Rec. He might be up further than they think. Cryptic's giving. Cryptic's giving ground. This is smart. Trying to avoid getting caught from side hall. It's going to be 2 players here for the defense. Manx hits the first, but Cryptic's there for the trade. All on Manx now, and as he tries to get the bomb down, Cryptic will not be allowing that. Once again, the captain of the squad, the IGL, stepping to the forefront.
Yep, 4K coming through there, and as you mentioned, very smart decision from Cryptic to fall back to the site. Don't overplay the advantage because it will quickly disappear. Excuse me. Imagine if he goes down to dirt before that frag comes through on the other player on the A site. Then it's a plant, and M80 potentially can win the round. So, yeah, those little decisions make a huge difference. This round be even better here, though, for Boss. The thing is, M80 do have a full buy. 4 AKs, the op, all the util they could possibly ask for. Brett playing extremely aggressively on the bottom of the stairs, so M80 can't go up without clearing that carefully. And look at this aggression on the other side, too. They really want to put pressure on M80. Good pop and smoke. Might have given information on Wolfie. They still don't know Freshy's here. Freshy gets 1 and the second, looking for the 3-piece, and oh, Slack's legs. Wolfie loses the fight. 5v2, just like that.
All right, the recovery on. I mean, it's the last round and a half, so it's all just about trying. But Darty further in the angle than anticipated. It's on to Rec. This would be tremendous from Rec, but it should not be possible. Darty staying committed. Footstep there. Darty hears this. Good damage on. 11 HP, and Freshy there for the follow-up. 5 rounds for Boss. Gives them a swinging chance as we head to the halftime break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, we're back in, but we are having a tactical timeout used from Boss here to figure out what they actually want to do. So hopefully we're going to get this pistol round underway immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
We should do. This is a technical issue we had was plumbing related, John. So not a server problem.
No, not at all. But good job by Boss at the latter part of that first half, right? Because they were down 7-3. It could have quickly fallen apart, but they managed to string 2 rounds together, only a 2-round deficit now going to the second half. So pistol round important, but even if they lose it, they still have a chance of recovering with this type of scoreline. So we'll see. Cryptic is going to be the raid boss. He's got the Tech 9 and the body armor. Everyone else onto Glocks. There are 3 players with armor, and interestingly, only a smoke. That's the only piece of util. As of late, we've seen a lot more util usually for the pistol round, so we'll see how this pans out for Boss.
Land on the M80 side as well. Collective decision to brawl it out on this. And look at the lean early for M80. M80 thinks they have a read. And they might have a read, actually. So it's heavy mid presence. 3 players up. Mank's going to show here. He'll be the first point of contact, presumably. They're coming his way. There's the spot. There's the confirmation. He's able to drop away. If they get lured in, no. They're wrapping towards B or A. They're wrapping A. Uh-oh. They make the right read. They call the bluff. Mob's now stuck, and it's bombed down. That was the counterplay. M80, they were playing heavy B, lean, retake A. And they never get the chance. They never get the chance. Boss so decisive here. We've seen some brilliant pistols from this Boss side, and that's another great play design.
That's fantastic. I mean, just the pinch in from mid towards the A site. The other players just surrounding Mobs completely. Absolutely 0 chance for him to survive that. And even a frag would have been a miracle. And afterwards, Boss just picked the bodies apart on the M80 side. And we have a 6th round picked up. A tied scoreline potentially on the cards. M80 are not investing. It's a full-on save. Absolutely no money used.
I want to make something very clear here. I think Boss have the most interesting pistols in this league, and certainly, I mean, they're doing some very creative things with pistol rounds that you just don't see very often. You know, counterplays, plays and counterplays. I think that sometimes teams devalue pistol rounds, and it's a mistake because the economic advantage you get off of it, the early start, especially in MR12, it can be massive, right? So just running your rope pistol, the same one you show all the time, don't do that. Don't do that. Take some time. Spare some thought. Have some ideas. And Boss, see if they can capitalize off it. Just USPs in this one.
Definitely. I'd say you need at least 3 really solid pistol strats to rotate between so you keep your opponent guessing. And Voss certainly has a few in their back pocket, no question. Cryptic's been racking his brain trying to think of something interesting for those rounds. Now, speaking of interesting, M80's got a pillar of players, and they get the frag off of it. Freshie walks into a firing squad. They've got to upgrade. It's a Galil, too. This could get a little spicy. And he also has a right? And, well, okay, well, hold on. Slacks does manage to trade one out. That's 2 rifles now. An AK and a Galil. Darty has to do some work, and he absolutely will.
It got dangerous for a moment. It's expensive. It's expensive. Look, 3 kills out of USP round. This is a successful round. However, this last one ends. He will be able to bring it through. We'll be able to get an upgrade of his own, but still. We knotted up 7-all, but there's very little money taken through. We're going to force a full investment back out from Boss. And now M80, in this next gun round, have a real chance to capitalize.
That really worked out well. That pillar on the A site that M80 stacked into. You saw Freshie walk out, and there's just too many bullets from the USP in that situation. And if you don't get a frag instantly, even if you get the chance, it's just curtains. So, yeah, they got the Galil as well, and they got an AK off of it. You're right. It's a lot of money invested in Wreck. Gets taken down to 53 HP off of that nade. Nice toss from Boss.
Yeah, I know I was just crowing about the importance of pistol rounds. The only thing more important than pistol rounds is if you can get major impact out of the funnel, regardless of what happens. But they've got to capitalize now for it to matter. That's the trick. If Boss win here, forget about it. Doesn't make a difference.
Wolfie.
Info hopping here on the ramp. The Molotov will reveal 1 frag. Found, trades not there. Nade might do it. Oh no, way too late. Way too late from Freshie. So a 5v4 now established. And M80, they want to brawl right back in. So aggressive here. And it winds up costing them.
Slacks, throws the smoke. Nate
Burn
goes
his
direct-
smoke.
Yep.
Oh, dead man on that. That's a bit of a blunder, a bit of a mistake. Didn't realize they were all close at hand. Now they've lost another towards the side hall. Rex got to be the hero. He's found the first. Does he survive? No, not at all. Should be over. A desperate attempt from Swisher, but it's not doing it. So Boss, Triumph, slide into the lead, and now they've got a real chance at this map.
Yeah, that's a really good job from Boss, spamming the wall and ensuring that Wreck goes down. Slacks wasted his smoke, right? And then the nade comes through. They know he's over at Sandbags, and they immediately drop him. After that, M80 just can't hang on to the site. Boss taking the lead. Haven't had that for quite some time. And the pistols here for M80. It's going to be 3 Deagles, the P250, the CZ, and body armor for Swisher. Malps has a lone piece of util. With the smoke, there is a player at the top of the B steps. We'll see what Boss decides to do. They've already gained so much space in the scaffolding. Oh, Wolfie, you gotta be careful on this peak, and he's still, well, he gets 2. He's okay. Very careful and cautious. Cryptic manages to wipe Swisher off the map, and that Slacks and Wreck, and Slacks, well, nice shot. Will at least get a Mac 10 upgrade, but so much space gain from Boss. They already have A. Slacks gets sprayed down to 32.
Yeah, at this point, I think he might just be trying to find one kill and get more money. Anything. Not gonna happen. For Boss, I mean, the foundation's starting to be established here. That's a nice shot from Wreck. Isolation doesn't make a whole lot different. Just can't give him too many more cracks at it. We know how nuts Wreck can be. Darty will keep it from getting out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, any damage is good there if you're Wreck, and you know that a buy-up's coming up in the next round anyway, so you can keep peeking again and again. But Darty, as you mentioned, eventually takes it down. And this is where it could have been dangerous, right? I was talking about it, but Wolfie does manage to get the 2 kills. Spray down, and there's just pistols on the other side. Boss, I mean, wow, what a recovery from them. They were down 7-3, and since that point, M80 haven't gotten a single round. 6 in a row for Boss. Looking to make it 7 now and get the double digits first. Swisher on the other side, they do have the rifles now for M80. More importantly, Slacks has the big green in his hands. Cryptic, standing the danger panel. Slacks on the other end. He is still playing over at the Sandbags. Peering over the edge of that smoke. He's got support from 2 riflers. Not as aggressive of a setup here on the A side as Boss was pulling off, but still quite potent if Boss decided to go in this direction. No mid presence for M80, so that could cost them if Boss decided to cycle around. Oh, Manx is closing that gap right now. Never mind.
Could do. They're going to keep it jacked. And there's the first one. That's actually the bomb. Not confirmation on it since it was through the smoke, but it is going to be Freshie on the red alert. Gotta bail. Can't give that up. Can't lose control of the C4. So they're going to shift to trying to pressure B, which is being read decently by M80. There's 2 players on site proper, and a third close at hand dealing with mid. They're not really fighting for this, though. Swish is just looking for info. Info in the smoke. Jiggling it. Oh, there's the confirmation. Now the smoke goes out. Now the spray goes in. It was bait to set up Wreck. And the bodies are dropping thick and fast for Boss. They got nothing. They got nothing. Brent trying to get anything going. One will be found, but that's all she wrote. And Matey find an all-important round to backstop this progress from Boss. And now, here's the interesting thing, John, because this is what Boss has struggled with. Putting maps away.
In particular against M80.
Yes.
Specifically against M80. They can't put the maps away, and M80 are a very strong team in terms of the mental, so you gotta close out the opportunities you get because you're not going to get that many. Wolfie and Freshie charging out towards the A ramp. They might try for a simple push here. Slacks is watching mid this time with his A ramp B in case anyone peeks out there. Pretty aggressive hold. Freshie is going to charge out, but Malp is watching from the side hall. Nade going to get tossed as well. Doesn't do any damage, but it ensures his retreat can be safe. Brett going to boost his teammate up onto the box here at mid, and mid has been given up by M80 for the last couple of rounds, so Boss should try to abuse that. if they realize it's happening. Anyway, Cryptic is going to go down to Swisher, who did at least have a peek on boost spot there at mid. And now he's called for the reinforcements. Oh boy. Brett is on, oh my goodness, life support.
Hey. Dragging it down the hole. Trying to get in towards the site with it all in tow. Not gonna happen. I mean, they'll just death ball, try and work as a threesome. Not gonna get much of anything at all. Brett on that 2 HP. It's not long for this world. 45 seconds. The round. Well, that's no longer a possibility. The flank will finish him off in a moment. And that moment has come to pass.
Wow, brilliant play from M80. I mean, I talked about the fact that in the early round they are giving up mid, but then Swisher eventually comes around to check it. They're playing strong presence on both sides, so when they get those audio cues, Swisher can go up to boost spot, and Boss isn't really using a lot of utility in their take of mid, so they're not really taking the advantage when they can, and you saw that Swisher called for the reinforcements. They didn't have any more space to work with. Brett barely escapes with life, and then they try to charge in to the B site as a unit, and that gets completely shut down. So, Boss, that 9-7 lead, it's gone. Tied up at 9-9 now, and they've just got pistols to work with. Cryptic, the Tech 9, everyone else on the Glocks. First frag is in from Rek. And that's not going to bode well for Boss.
They'll group, they'll mass. It's just the pistols. They're not expecting much from this one. But the hour's getting late. The night is dark, and they need a light to guide their way. So why not bring it on the pistols? Oh, misses. Mobs doesn't, but the Glock on point. And now threats on the Slack. Slack's not connecting. Slacks goes back in. Overzealous. Suddenly this round is on. The problem is the bomb's still down on the ramp. John, this could be a problem. Oh, they might have missed their window. Rek drops the bomb again. Well, profit you to have the sight. If you lose the C4, they're going to try and go forward. Wolfie trying to make the unexpected play, but in doing so, he gets served up on a silver platter. Don't know how they're reading Freshie's position, but I don't know that they care. Recovery on for M80. It got so dangerous, but no C4.
That's unbelievable. Honestly, I mean, the C4 left behind. They try to retrieve it. Rek gets an important one. I think Rek even leaves afterwards because he wants to go and join the rest of his team, or at least want to make sure no flank came through. But it doesn't matter. The Boss could never recover after that point. They left the bomb behind. They were trying to charge through, which, I mean, was a good read from M80. You saw them falling back a little bit, expecting that type of push to come from Wolfie, and Wolfie gets spotted by Manx, and it's an easy swing. Tags is Cryptic by the AWP of Slacks. He's going to fall off after that first run. Oh, Manx. The madman goes by through. He hears the audio cues from Freshie stepping into that Molotov. Cryptic's also down to 15 still. Yeah, the damage is insane. Mob's going out. He's going to bump into Cryptic in the smoke, trip in the night, and Cryptic will eventually take him down, realizing something is amiss. And as the smoke fades, well, he's got a frag in his hands.
That's something. There's a lot more work to do. The problem is bomb planting's going to be tough, right? The nades, the mollies, it's going to chew through them. You can already see the counters up. It's not like Wolfie or Cryptic can test this. So they'll give the bomb to the healthy Brett. Oh, might be the only healthy player remaining. What a spray down from Manx. Oh, and Brett had no idea. Rek slipped in a pirouette from Rek. Nice little bit for the highlight reel. But M80, they have inched this so very close to a map win, to a 2-0. There'll be nothing to array against them unless Boss want to risk it all.
That corner next to the box at side hall is so open sometimes because as you're swinging around, you're trying to clear 3 different angles. You got to clear one from the site, the other one at boost by headshot, and then another one having to realize someone's going to peek from elevator. So it's very, very difficult to think about checking your immediate right and Rek use that with one. First one, of course, and then the second one, he swung back over to the site. This is very bad news for Boss.
It ain't
9
good news.
rounds. Yeah, and they only got pistols, Mike.
So they're going to let this one go. They're going to play for overtime. Reminder, I mean, this is M80's pick. We'll say that. But
they could still get it, Mike.
Honestly, they've gotten some renewed confidence on it. See if they can make a move. No, not initially, at least. Rek not missing much. Good sign for this M80 squad. He'll get his third, and the round is over. Very encouraging how well Rek is playing right now. I feel like you probably have the actual stats to back this up, John. He's been a little quieter for them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting at 4th place on the team with 60 frags, -1 kill to death differential, which is very rare for Rek to be below that positive kill to death differential on the squad. And you look at his ADR, also lower than usual at 73. So yeah, definitely he's been quieter than I would say the regular season. If you look at his regular season stats, he was sitting in 3rd at 378 frags and plus 108 kill to death differential, which was only behind Swisher at plus 127. So yeah, he was far more potent in the regular season. But a lot of the reason why his stats might have struggled a little bit is Mob's going to have an engagement here. Maybe I have to wait to talk about this. Cryptic coming out, and he will win the fight. Mobs goes down 5v4. Black's trying to get aggressive towards mid and elevator. He misses that shot. But yeah, he was 0-12 on overpass, right? Last time when they played against Boss, so that hurt him a lot.
Good. Locks on mid, deals with the lurk. It's going to allow them to focus on the brunt of this assault. Which it is a 4-on-4 now. It's a decent situation for Boss. But this next engagement is huge, and Manx catches it. Ooh, there's gaps here. Slacks wants to clear back in. Gotta be risky about getting overzealous. Still 2 Molotovs to deny this bomb plane to slow things down. Manx continuing to find bodies, but this time he's run down. Cryptic once again taking matters into his own hands, but he's silenced. It has to be Wolfie. It has to be Wolfie. The bomb plant at least, but nothing further. Plenty of time for the defuse. Rek now back-to-back multi-kill rounds to seal the deal on Vertigo, to set up M80 with the perfect start. 2-0 now. Just one of the next